High-cost states like California, New York, and New Jersey are known for their vibrant cultures, economic opportunities, and iconic cities. However, living in these areas often comes with significant financial demands, from steep housing costs to high taxes, making it essential for residents to carefully weigh the benefits against the challenges. Number 10. Minnesota. Minnesota places a notable financial burden on its residents through high income and property taxes, with income tax rates reaching around 10% for top earners and property taxes consistently above the national average. Coupled with a rising cost of living, especially in urban areas like Minneapolis and St. Paul, many residents face increasingly steep housing prices and general expenses. Additionally, healthcare costs are high, which, while indicative of quality care, adds to the overall costliness of residing in the state. Number 9. Hawaii. Hawaii is one of the most expensive states to live in, largely due to its high cost of living driven by imported goods, housing, and taxes. Because nearly all consumer goods and food items are shipped in, prices are significantly higher than on the mainland. Housing costs are especially burdensome, with property values and rents far above the national average. Hawaii also has a high state income tax, which further impacts residents' finances, particularly those in higher income brackets. While the natural beauty and unique lifestyle are appealing, the high costs associated with daily expenses make Hawaii financially challenging for many. Number 8. Vermont. Vermont is known for its high cost of living, driven by high taxes and elevated housing expenses, despite its smaller population and rural character. Residents face some of the highest property taxes in the country, as well as a progressive state income tax that impacts middle and high-income earners. Additionally, utilities and goods tend to be costly, partly due to Vermont's remote location and colder climate, which can increase heating and transportation expenses. Though Vermont offers beautiful landscapes and a strong sense of community, these financial factors make it one of the more expensive states to call home. Number 7. Maryland. Maryland ranks as one of the priciest states to live in, driven by high property taxes, significant income taxes, and an elevated cost of living, especially near the Washington, D.C. metro area. Housing costs are substantial, particularly in desirable areas like Bethesda, Silver Spring, and other suburbs that attract professionals working in government and other high-paying industries. Maryland's relatively high income tax rate affects a broad range of residents, adding to the financial strain. Additionally, costs for goods, services, and healthcare are above the national average, making Maryland an expensive choice, despite its many employment opportunities and proximity to the nation's capital. Number 6. Illinois. Illinois is among the states with a high financial burden for residents, mainly due to its substantial property taxes, high income tax rate, and a rising cost of living in urban areas like Chicago. Property taxes in Illinois rank among the highest in the nation, impacting homeowners and renters indirectly through elevated housing costs. The state also has a flat income tax, which, while lower than some states, still places a strain on middle-income residents when combined with local taxes. Additionally, Illinois has a high sales tax, which increases the cost of everyday goods and services. These financial pressures, coupled with the state's ongoing fiscal challenges, make Illinois an expensive place to live for many residents. Number 5. Massachusetts. Massachusetts is one of the most expensive states to live in, with a high cost of living driven by steep housing prices, income taxes, and everyday expenses, especially in the greater Boston area. Housing is a significant financial burden, as Massachusetts has some of the highest home prices and rental rates in the country. The state's income tax, while flat, adds to the financial load, particularly for those in middle to higher income brackets. Additionally, costs for healthcare, transportation, and education are above average, making Massachusetts challenging for residents who aren't high earners, despite its strong economy and many job opportunities in sectors like healthcare, education, and technology. Number 4. Connecticut. Connecticut is one of the costliest states for residents, primarily due to high property taxes, significant income taxes, and an expensive overall cost of living. Property taxes in Connecticut are among the highest in the U.S., heavily impacting homeowners, particularly in affluent towns and suburbs. The state's progressive income tax also places a substantial burden on middle and high-income earners. Additionally, Connecticut has high housing costs, utility rates, and healthcare expenses, which further strain finances. While the state offers scenic landscapes and proximity to major cities like New York and Boston, its financial demands make it challenging for residents to afford comfortably. Number 3. New Jersey. New Jersey is one of the costliest states to live in, mainly due to exceptionally high property taxes, high housing costs, and a relatively high income tax rate. It consistently ranks as one of the highest states for property taxes, which places a heavy burden on homeowners. Housing costs are also substantial, especially in areas close to New York City and Philadelphia, where demand remains high. The state's income tax adds another financial layer, with higher rates impacting middle to high-income earners. Additionally, everyday expenses for utilities, groceries, and transportation are above the national average, making New Jersey an expensive place for residents to maintain a comfortable lifestyle. Number 2. New York. New York is one of the most expensive states to live in, with high taxes, steep housing costs, and an elevated cost of living. New York City is particularly costly, with rents and property values among the highest in the world, and residents also face substantial income taxes, including both state and city levies. Outside the city, property taxes upstate and in suburban areas are notably high, adding to the financial strain for homeowners. Everyday costs for transportation, healthcare, and groceries are above average, driven by the demand and density in urban areas. While New York offers unparalleled career opportunities and cultural amenities, the financial demands can make it challenging for residents to afford comfortably. Number 1. California. California is one of the most expensive states, driven by high taxes, costly housing, and elevated daily living expenses. Housing prices, particularly in cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, and San Diego, are among the highest in the country, often making home ownership and even renting unaffordable for many residents. California also has one of the highest state income tax rates, especially impacting higher earners, along with high sales taxes that increase the cost of everyday goods. Living costs, from utilities to gasoline, are generally above the national average due to demand and environmental regulations. Despite these financial pressures, California's diverse economy, beautiful landscapes, and cultural attractions continue to draw people, though affordability remains a significant challenge. Living in costly states like California and New York brings financial challenges but offers unique opportunities and vibrant culture, making it a balancing act to thrive amidst high expenses.